Hello and welcome to today's Bytes video. Today is a very short one. I just wanted to show a little bit of the collaboration between Caran and Paul Smith. This is the 5th collaboration they have done, and they've released a range of products, a couple of 849 pens, little notebooks, some water pencils, things like that, all incorporating design elements that scream Paul Smith. Paul Smith being the really super well-known British fashion designer icon. So I got two pieces from the set. I got the 849 ballpoint in the black version, and I got the little pocket notebook here. So the notebook itself has a little thing saying on the spine that says, always keep a notebook handy. It's got the Caran sort of logo, sort of a blind embossed there on the front, Caran Genevieve and Paul Smith. It is a simple, got these lovely, very Paul Smith end pages. And one thing I want to say is, I love this particular collaboration because I feel the colors in these sort of like more muted, pastel-y sort of tones, which you'll also see on the pen, are really up my alley. I really enjoy them. It's a very simple notebook. This is a dot grid notebook, and the occasional pages have like little bits of writing and illustrations and things on them. I just clamped off a couple of pages that I have used there at the start for the particular project I'm using it for. But in the back here, I've just done some writing. The first with the 849 ballpoint. So this is 80 GSM paper. It's an A6 notebook, so it's 104 by 148 millimeters. It has 216 dotted pages. It's FSC certified paper and also acid free. And as I said, the 5th edition collaboration between Paul Smith and Caran, the great Swiss brand, which I absolutely adore. I love my Caran 849 ballpoints. You'll see another one here. I love the 849 ballpoint. I love the Le Mans. And this is the first paper product from Caran that I've tried. I also, of course, love the pencils. Those Swiss wood pencils being a bit of a collector's item now. And on this side, what I've done is I've written with a range of pens. So I've got Montblanc 149 with Montblanc Enzo Ferrari, the Pilot Custom 823 broad nib with Diamine Rosewood, the Pelican M805 medium nib with Robert Ostow Great Southern Ocean, Pilot Custom, that's the vintage Pilot Custom, the original, with an extra fine nib with Pilot Black. I've got a beautiful big stacked nib, which I have in my Gravitas pens acrylic vac, and that has Pilot Roshizuku Rika. Then I did some Pentel Energel, a Unipin Fine, Uniball Eye, a Sharpie, Caran 849 ballpoint, of course, a highlighter, and then a 2B Tombow Mono pencil. Okay, on the front here, I have some thoughts. Now, I love good quality paper. I search for notebooks with great quality paper. At the moment, I'm loving Usari paper. I really like Irrival paper. The edit notebooks from Marks Inc., really enjoying those. Craner paper, Tomo River, Rhodia, Clairefontaine, Midori. A good range of notebooks. This paper, writing on it feels quite nice. It's got just enough tooth to it. But for 80 GSM, it feels rather light. It also doesn't feel super tight weave when you're writing on it. Inks kind of like absorb a little bit into it. You can see like a lot of the colors are quite a little bit muted. There are a few points of shading, but generally speaking, they're fairly even. But what we do notice, if I bring it up nice and close here, is you'll notice spots where it just starts to feather ever so slightly, and that's across both the fountain pens but also things like the Uniball Eye there. It is feathering. If we look at the reverse of this page, nothing has really bled through apart from the Sharpie, but there's a bit of ghosting. It's, if it is 80 GSM paper, it's not the most fountain pen friendly paper I have used. But if we look at the reverse of the ballpoint page, of course, that performs really, really well. So I've been using this notebook with the 849 ballpoint pen. Things I really like about the notebook is I always love a rounded edge there. I find that protects the notebook as well because it gets less banged up. I love this sort of like glossy blind embossing on the front. I love the texture of the notebook, and as much as I like my notebooks to be fairly straightforward, I don't mind the little graphics here and there. The only thing about these sorts of graphics is that if you set up a notebook for particular use, like maybe using it for a diary and you're segregating each page into 4 or 7 different sections, having little graphics every now and again just gets in the way. So I use this as an idea catching notebook, particularly around my photography business that I'm running, and so it's a great place to have really easy note taking. If I'm talking with a client, I can take a few notes and things like that, and I'll probably continue to use it for that purpose, which is great to have the ballpoint pen on hand for. This is a nice little notebook. I like the form and function of it. I don't love the paper, but with ballpoint pen, it's really not too bad. And let's look at that ballpoint pen. So I'll slip the cardboard off there. Nice metal box here. And then we get that, once again, that beautiful color palette on the inside. And then here is the pen. And we see that beautiful color palette in those lines down the pen there. I find this really beautiful. Caran underneath the clip, Paul Smith on the back, and it is the 849 ballpoint. So it is a retractable ballpoint with one of the most beautifully satisfying and quiet knocks going around. And this uses the Goliath refill, which is a wonderful refill. I love how these pens write, and I love the ink capacity of them. I have a number of these. I think they're beautiful, beautiful everyday writing ballpoint pens, and just like nice little bits of design. Like I do really enjoy a lot of the design elements of these 849 ballpoint pens. You can see more details about these pens in other videos on my channel, but let's just do a quick writing sample here. This is the plain black refill, and it's really nice. I like how the Caran refill feels on the page. I think it's smooth. It does smudge a little bit more than I would probably like, but for ease of quick writing and things like that, when I can't use a fountain pen, I do like to use a decent ballpoint, and I think this one is quite nice. So that is a very quick look at a couple of the pieces from the 5th edition collaboration between Caran and the British designer Paul Smith. I hope you found this video interesting and useful. Please like and subscribe, hit the notifications button, and consider becoming a member of this channel, where for a small monthly fee, you'll get early access to my videos and things like priority comments. So thank you for watching, and until I see you next time, enjoy your pens, enjoy writing, and I'll talk to you soon.